Hello and welcome to Unlocking the Secrets to IELTS Success, tips from an expert examiner. I'm your host Rozitah, a former IELTS examiner, and today we'll embark on an extensive exploration of 20 practical tips that will propel you towards excellence in the IELTS exam. Whether you're aiming for the general training or academic module, these tips, coupled with real-life examples, will pave the way for your IELTS success. So let's dive in. First off, we'll take a look at understanding the IELTS exam. Before we delve into the tips, let's ensure that we have a comprehensive understanding of the IELTS exam structure and its components. Familiarity with the test format and scoring criteria is crucial for effective preparation. Okay, let's get started with tip number 1. Know the test format and scoring. Now, to maximize your performance, you need to grasp the test format and scoring criteria for both the general training and academic modules. Now, for example, in the writing section, Task 1 may require you to interpret data on a graph, while Task 2 demands that you write an essay expressing your viewpoint on a topic. Now, understanding these differences will help you tailor your preparation accordingly. Tip number 2. Take a practice test as a diagnostic. You can start your preparation by taking a full-length practice test. This will serve as a diagnostic tool, identifying your strengths and areas needing improvement. You need to analyze your performance and use it as a baseline to track your progress. Now let's talk about listening and reading strategies. Now, the listening and reading sections test your ability to comprehend spoken and written English. Let's explore effective strategies for tackling these sections. Tip number 3. Develop active listening skills with authentic material. Try to actively improve your listening skills by engaging with authentic English materials like TED Talks, podcasts like this one, or documentaries. Note down key points and summarize the main ideas to enhance your listening comprehension. For example, you can listen to a TED Talk on a topic that interests you and jot down the speaker's main arguments and supporting examples. Try to practice summarizing the talk in your own words to improve retention. Tip number 4. Utilize skimming and scanning techniques for reading. Now, skimming and scanning are invaluable reading strategies. Skim through the text to get an overall sense of the content, and then scan for specific information or keywords to answer questions accurately. As an example, you can pick up a newspaper or online article and skim through the headlines and subheadings to understand the main topics. And then scan the article for relevant information, such as dates, numbers, or names. Tip number 5. Guess meaning from context. Now, when encountering unfamiliar words in the reading section, don't panic. Use the context to deduce their meanings. This skill is crucial for understanding texts without the need for a dictionary. For example, if you come across the word ephemeral in a passage, use the surrounding sentences to figure out that it means lasting for a short period. Let's move on to writing strategies. Now, the writing section assesses your ability to communicate effectively in written English. Let's explore strategies for both Task 1 and Task 2. Tip number 6. Practice structuring your responses. Now, you can organize your writing effectively by using clear paragraph structures with a strong introduction, body, and conclusion. Try to make sure that each paragraph has a clear central idea and supporting evidence. What you can do, as an example, is you can choose a topic and write an essay outline, including the main arguments and evidence that you'll use to support them. Practice turning this outline into a well-structured essay. Tip number 7. Use relevant vocabulary and linking words. Impress the examiner with a diverse range of vocabulary and appropriate linking words to enhance the flow and coherence of your writing. You can choose a random topic and brainstorm relevant vocabulary and linking words you could use in an essay on that topic. Practice incorporating these into a sample essay. Tip number 8. Proofread your writing. Allocate time to proofread your writing for grammar, punctuation, and spelling errors. Mistakes can distract the reader and lower your score. As an example, try to write a short paragraph containing a few intentional errors. Then, proofread and correct it, paying particular attention to the mistakes you commonly make. Next, let's talk about speaking strategies. The speaking section evaluates your ability to express yourself in spoken English. Let's explore strategies for each part of the speaking test. Tip number 9. Speak clearly and fluently. Focus on clear pronunciation and natural fluency. Avoid speaking too fast or too slowly. Try to practice speaking at a comfortable pace. As an example, you can choose a random topic and speak about it for 1 minute. Try to record yourself and then listen to identify areas where you can improve your pronunciation and fluency. Tip number 10. Practice speaking with a variety of topics. Engage in regular speaking practice with a partner or a language exchange group. Try to cover a wide range of topics to become confident in discussing various themes. As an example, you can create a list of common IELTS speaking topics such as family, travel, technology, and so on, and practice discussing them with different people to gain versatility. Tip number 11. Answer the question fully. Now ensure that you address all aspects of the questions in the speaking test. Avoid giving brief or incomplete responses. For example, practice answering sample IELTS speaking questions and check if you cover all the required aspects of each question. Next, let's move on to time management and test day preparation. Now, time management is crucial during the IELTS exam. Let's discuss tips for effective time management and test day preparation. Tip number 12. Practice time-bound tests. During your preparation, simulate test conditions by taking timed practice tests. This will help you become accustomed to managing your time effectively. As an example, you can set a timer for the listening or reading section and attempt to complete it within the allocated time. Now, this will give you a sense of the pace that you need to maintain. Tip 13. Review and analyze your mistakes. After each practice test, thoroughly review your answers and identify recurring mistakes. Work on those specific areas to improve your performance. For example, go through your practice test answers and categorize the types of mistakes you made, such as vocabulary, grammar, time management, and so on. Focus on addressing each category in subsequent practice. Tip number 14. Create a test day checklist. Plan and prepare a checklist of items you'll need for the test day, such as identification documents, stationery, and snacks. Being organized will reduce stress on the big day itself. Now let's talk about overcoming test anxiety. Test anxiety can negatively impact your performance. Let's discuss strategies to manage test-related stress. Tip number 15. Practice relaxation techniques. Incorporate relaxation techniques into your daily routine, such as deep breathing exercises or mindfulness practices. These can help calm nerves during the exam. As an example, you can dedicate a few minutes each day to practice deep breathing or meditation. This will help you stay centered and composed during the test. Tip number 16. visualize your success. Now, visualize yourself performing confidently and successfully in the exam. Positive visualization can boost your self-confidence and help you achieve your desired score. For example, you can try to close your eyes and visualize yourself entering the exam hall with a composed demeanor. Picture yourself tackling each section with ease and walking out feeling accomplished. Next, let's talk about seeking feedback and continuous improvement. Now, continuous improvement is key to success. Let's discuss ways to seek feedback and enhance your skills. Tip number 17, seek expert feedback. Consider seeking feedback not just from an IELTS tutor or a language expert, but also from an IELTS examiner who have had the experience of examining test candidates. Now, they can identify areas that require improvement and provide tailored guidance. As an example, what you can do to get started is to share your writing or speaking samples with an examiner tutor and discuss their feedback. Try to implement their suggestions in subsequent practice sessions. Tip number 18. Join study groups or online forums. Try to join IELTS study groups or online forums where you can interact with other test takers. Share your experiences, learn from each other, and support one another on your IELTS journey. For example, you can join an online IELTS study group and actively participate in discussions. Engage with others by providing constructive feedback on their practice exercises. Finally, let's discuss balancing preparation with real-life commitments. Now, balancing IELTS preparation with work, studies, or other commitments can be challenging. So let's explore effective time management strategies. Tip 19. Create a study schedule. Develop a study schedule that accommodates your existing commitments. Be consistent and allocate time for each section of the exam. For example, you can plan a study schedule for the upcoming week, accounting for your work or study hours. Make sure that you dedicate specific time slots for each aspect of IELTS preparation. Tip number 20. Make the most of short time frames. Maximize your preparation even when you have limited time. Utilize short pockets of free time to practice listening exercises, read articles, or review vocabulary. As an example, you can carry vocabulary flashcards with you and use them during short breaks to revise words and phrases. Congratulations! You've completed an enlightening journey through 20 practical tips for IELTS exam success, accompanied by real-life examples to guide you on your path to excellence. Remember, consistent effort, perseverance, and a positive mindset are the pillars of achievement. Embrace these strategies and apply them diligently as you prepare for the IELTS exam. Thank you for joining me today. If you found this podcast helpful, don't forget to subscribe and share it with your friends who are also preparing for the IELTS exam. Until next time, this is Rozitah signing off, wishing you all the best on your IELTS journey.